Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Crown Academy of English. Today we're doing an English vocabulary lesson all about gardens and gardening. So, in this lesson you will learn vocabulary related to gardens and gardening. So let's start. So here's the first word. So this is a wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow. And we use a wheelbarrow to transport heavy objects in the garden. Watering can. So this is a watering can. And we fill a watering can with water. So the words in blue are verbs and this is the noun. Okay, so we fill a watering can with water. The lady is using a watering can to water the plant. So here notice we have the word water, and normally water is a noun, but here it is a verb. Okay, this is an action. It is the action of giving water to a plant. Let's look at it again. So we can say she is watering the plant. She is watering the plant. So this is a verb. Soil. Okay, so this is soil. And be careful, soil is an uncountable noun. An uncountable noun. And if you don't know what the difference between an uncountable noun and a countable noun, then watch my other video about this subject. And the link is in the description. So since it is an uncountable noun, we use this structure. He is holding some soil. Some soil, but soil remains in the singular. And so we can say he is digging a small hole in the soil. Okay, so we have the soil here. And he's digging, this is a verb, digging a small hole. Weeds. So these are weeds. And quite simply, weeds are plants that we do not want. Okay, so they are like bad plants. And they're bad because they also prevent other plants, other good plants from growing. So we don't want weeds in our garden. And there is also a verb, to weed, to weed. And this is the action of removing weeds. Okay, so this person is weeding. Let's look at an example. I am going to weed the garden. I'm going to weed the garden. So this means I am going to remove the weeds from the garden. Okay, so it's a very good expression, to weed the garden. Spade. So this green object here, this is a spade. And we use a spade to dig holes. To dig holes. So we've already seen this verb, to dig. So here is an example. The man is holding a spade. So he's holding a spade. And he is digging a hole with the spade. Okay, so he is using the spade to dig a hole. Now there is another meaning of spade. Okay, there is another meaning of spade that is unrelated to gardening. Okay, so it's nothing to do with gardening, totally different to gardening. And so we use the word spade when we're playing cards. Okay, so for example, this card is the King of Spades. So this symbol here, this is the spade. Okay, you can see it even looks like a spade. This is the Queen of Spades, and this is the Jack of Spades. king, queen and jack of spades. Pitchfork, pitchfork. So here is a pitchfork, and this particular pitchfork has four prongs. So these are the prongs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we often use a pitchfork to move hay or straw. So this is the hay, and the lady is using the pitchfork to move the hay. Rake, rake. Okay, so this is the rake, and we use a rake to gather dead leaves on the ground. So these are the dead leaves. Garden shears. So this is the hedge. We call this a hedge. And these are the garden shears. They look like a very big pair of scissors, in fact. And we can say that Jane is trimming the hedge with the garden shears. So this is a very good word. To trim the hedge. To trim means to make a very small cut. To cut a small amount from the hedge. Okay? Trim the hedge. Trowel, trowel. Be careful of the pronunciation. So here is a trowel. And here is somebody using the trowel. So Mark is digging a small hole with the trowel. So it's almost like a spade. It's a very small spade that we can just hold in one hand. So we use it to make very small holes in the soil. A hoe. So this tool here, this is a hoe. And we use a hoe to loosen the soil. To loosen the soil. We also use a hoe to remove weeds. To remove weeds. Okay, remember this word, weeds. We could also say we use a hoe to weed the garden. To weed the garden. A tree. So the whole thing, this whole thing is a tree. And there are three parts to a tree. We have the leaves. We have branches. So here's one branch. And here is another branch. And finally, we have the trunk. This is the tree trunk. Okay, so this big column here. And this is also something that we often see in a garden. And this is called a bench. So we sit on a bench. Hose pipe. So this is called a hose pipe. We can say that Mark is watering the plants with the hose pipe. Remember, this is the verb to water. This means to give water to the plants. So Mark is watering the plants with the hose pipe. So here the hose pipe is yellow, and this hose pipe is green. Tap. So this is a tap, and this is the hose pipe. We can say that the hose pipe is attached to the tap. The hose pipe is attached to the tap. Lawn. Lawn. So this is the lawn. And the definition is, well, a lawn is an area of grass in a garden that is short and very well maintained. So we can see it has been the grass has been cut, it is short, and it is well maintained. And a lawn is we usually say lawn when it is grass in a garden, in a house, or in front of a house, or behind a house. Okay? So linked to that word, we have a lawn mower. A lawn mower. It's all one word. So this machine is the lawn mower. And lawn mower, in fact, it's one big word, but it combines two separate words. We have lawn, which you've already seen. So lawn is the noun, and this means the grass. And we also have a verb, to mow, and to mow means to cut or trim. Therefore, a lawnmower is therefore a machine to cut the lawn. Okay, so that's the origin of the word. That is why we call it a lawn mower. Okay, so mow means to cut or trim. So we can say, if we want to describe the action, if we want to describe this action, we can say Mark is mowing the lawn. Mark is mowing the lawn. Sprinkler. So this is the lawn again, and this is the sprinkler. So a sprinkler is a machine that automatically waters the lawn. Automatically waters the lawn. So automatically gives water or distributes water to the lawn, to the grass. A pond. So this is a pond. It is a small area of water in a garden. It is an artificial structure. This means that it is not a natural. It's not a natural area of water. This has been made by somebody. Okay, someone has dug a hole and filled it with water. So it is an artificial area of water in a garden. Flower pot. Flower pot. So obviously this is the flower, or the flowers, and this is the flower pot. Okay, so it is a compound noun. There's two parts to the noun. Flower pot. And inside the flower pot, we have soil and a plant or a flower. So first we put soil in a flower pot, and then we put a plant or flower in the soil. Okay, so this is the flower pot. Seeds. So these are seeds, these little orange things here. And a seed is a small object produced by a plant. So these actually are made by a plant. And when we put seeds in the soil, new plants will grow. So we have a verb, grow. So plants will grow. And we also have an expression with a verb. This is a verb, and this is the noun. To plant seeds. So to plant, in this context, it means to put seeds in the soil. So we can say Mark is planting seeds. So this means Mark is putting seeds in the soil. Flower. So the whole thing is a flower, and there are three parts. We call this the stem. This is the stem of the flower. This is a leaf. So there's one leaf and four leaves. Remember, the plural of leaf is irregular. So plural is L-E-A-V-E-S. And this is a petal. This pink part here is one petal. This is another petal. This is another petal. So this flower has a stem, leaves, this is the plural, and petals. A greenhouse. A greenhouse. Notice this is all one word. So this is the outside of the greenhouse, and this is the inside of the greenhouse. A greenhouse is a building made of glass used for growing plants. The glass protects the plants and it keeps them warm. Okay, so the plants inside the greenhouse, they are protected from the wind, and they are also warm, because inside the greenhouse it is very warm. This is another building that we find inside a garden. This is called a shed. A shed, or sometimes we might call it a garden shed. So a shed is a small building in the garden. And we often store tools, bicycles, and garden furniture in a shed. Okay? A fence. So this is a fence, this white wooden structure in front of the house. And here is another example. Here we have a red wooden fence. And so a fence is a structure that separates two areas of land. A gate. So this is a gate. This gate is made of metal. And this gate is open. It's open. And here is another gate. And this gate is closed. Okay, we can see it's closed. Okay, so this is a gate. We can say to somebody, please close the gate when you leave. Okay. And clothesline. Clothesline. You'll sometimes hear someone call this a washing line, but when we say it's clothesline, it's all one word usually. Sometimes you might see it as two words, but it's usually one word. So this is the clothesline, and this is called a clothes peg. Clothes peg. So a clothesline is a piece of string or rope on which we hang clothes to dry. Okay, so we hang clothes on the clothesline. We attach the clothes with a clothes peg, and then the clothes will dry. Okay, so here we have a very useful verb here, to dry. Okay, so they dry in the wind, with the wind and the sun. Okay, so we say, yes, we attach clothes to the clothesline with clothes pegs. Okay, so there we are, that's the end. If you are preparing for the IELTS exam, then click here for information about our IELTS online course. And here are some other videos that I recommend.